Welcome, everybody. We are so excited that you've joined us for this vlogcast today, where we will be discussing selfless service and the benefits that we receive from giving selfless service. I have here with me my beautiful and my so loved daughter, Rebecca Odell, and I'm Wendy Brimhall, and we are so happy that you're here with us. So Rebecca, it's the holiday season right now, and there is not a better time to talk about selfless service than right now. I think people's hearts are just turned to serving one another more right now than at any other time of the year. So tell me, I know you do a lot of service. What are some benefits you receive from serving people?
Oh my goodness. Well, service. There's something special about serving others because it not only benefits their life, but it benefits my life as well. And so I don't serve others because I want to benefit my life. I do it because it brings me joy, and that's the benefit that I get in my life is more joy. It amplifies that feeling of gratitude within me. Like just simple ways I serve are just being kind, to strangers and giving smiles or helping, an older person walk through a door or opening the door for them or, simple things like that. I think you could just see the kindness in someone's heart when they offer to rush to someone's aid like that. There's so many people who do that to me even, and I'm a healthy, young, able-bodied person, but I can't even tell you how many times people have opened doors for me or smiled at me or given me a compliment. And so I like to return that to others, and that I think is the most simple thing that we can do. There's so many things that we could do to serve, but that's something I try to do every day is when I'm out and about, I just be kind. And anyways, what about you?
And I think you brought up an excellent point that you don't serve for the benefit or for a payback. And that is the whole meaning of selfless service. So it seems contradictory that we chose the theme selfless service, love and gratitude explosion, because it seems counterintuitive. But our point today is that when we serve selflessly, we get a natural benefit from doing so. And so I know I learned early on that there are different ways and different reasons people serve. From fear, people serve from fear. For instance, they might serve because they're afraid if they don't, people will judge them, or that something bad will happen to them. Maybe God will punish them if they don't serve others because, or they serve because they think it's a duty that they have to serve. It's this time of year, somebody dropped me off a plate of goodies, I've got to get a plate of goodies returned back to them. The highest level of service to me is that selfless service, to serve others out of love with no expectation of anything in return. And when you reach that highest level of service, that's when you get a natural outpouring of some of these attributes, these benefits of love and gratitude, and that help your character to grow. And it's almost like addictive. You want to then serve selflessly even more. It's a beautiful chain reaction almost.
Yeah, because I feel like when you serve without expectation, a lot of times, like, yes, there's all these other things you could do to serve, you know, maybe out of obligation or fear or whatever, like you said. And that, you know, still you might be helping someone out. However, when you do it from a place without expectation, from that place of unconditional love and selflessness, like you mentioned, there's that natural occurrence, that natural feeling that you don't receive or get otherwise. You only know what it feels like if you actually experienced it through that selfless service. And it's such a beautiful thing. It feels so good. It can be addictive. But yeah, you can't experience it any other way. Like if there's any expectation or anything attached to the reason why you're serving, you won't tap into that highest level of that feeling, which is this explosion that we're talking about here.
Right. I want to share a story. There was a point in my life, and this is when you were a young girl. It was after I divorced, when I was at one of my lowest points in my life, and I was seeing a counselor, and I was in such a dark place at that time. I didn't trust people. My expectations of others was at an all-time low. My whole foundation of my life had been rocked. So I retreated into this little shell where I just lived in a little internal world of my own. And it was like I was crouching in the corner of myself. And I was looking outside of myself like I was this little tiny person, and I was looking out of my eyes of myself, afraid to leave the comfort of my own internal self. And going to the counselor, he must have realized the place I was in. And in trying to help me to emerge and to begin to trust others again, it was a place of selfishness in a way, you know, because I wasn't thinking of others, I was only thinking of protecting myself. And when you're a mother, you can't live that way. You have to think of, you know, your child. You have to think of what's best for her and for other people around you. So he had to get me out of that. He had to help me find my way out of that dark place. And he did so by challenging me to serve others. At first, he didn't challenge me to help serve them selflessly. He just wanted me to serve. So he had me do it anonymously. So the first time he had me write letters to 5 people. They had to be people I didn't know, just people I had met who had served me in some way. So it could have been a cashier at a store, or it could have been somebody I had, like the postman, because he felt they were a safe person for me to write to, that they weren't obligated to me in any way. So I did that. That was one of the hardest things I ever did, was to write a letter to those people, to me internally, because I was in such a dark place. I was so afraid of what would happen. Of course, they never knew who sent that letter. So the next week, he then challenged me to do 5 acts of service anonymously to people I knew. And so again, that was so hard. I was so afraid people would find out it was me. And again, the next week he had me do 5 other things to people I loved. This wasn't just people I knew. This was for people I loved, and it was anonymous service. And we went on from there to more. And then pretty soon I was doing acts of service with unconditional love for everybody. And I realized over time, my heart had changed. My heart was opening up, and I was beginning to trust people again. And not only that, I was beginning to love people again. And the more I served, the less I thought about myself. And I realized I had changed through service. And I was beginning to feel some joy again. And I was beginning to see you as my child that needed me. And it was okay to trust you and to trust myself as your mother and to serve you and to love you and just to be me again. It was a transformative process. This gratitude and love explosion that I was experiencing. If you're in a dark place, I want to challenge you to start trying to do some kind of anonymous service. It could be letters to people you don't know, just a little note. It doesn't have to be long, just a simple thank you for being a cheerful checkout person or at a store or whatever, thank you for bagging my groceries. Thank you for delivering my mail each day, just whatever, just something simple like that. And slowly over time, you will see a change in your life. You will be able to experience some of this gratitude and love that we are talking about here.
Wow.
Do you have an experience like that?
That's so powerful. I didn't know that. I mean, that I feel like is so beneficial to so many people. I think we all could challenge ourselves to serve anonymously every day. I think that's really cool. I have done stuff like that, but probably not recently that I know of, that I could think of. But I mean, one of the things I have loved to do is write love notes to people and just leave them.
Love receiving one of your love notes. You are a gifted writer. She can touch the heart of a person because she can see what their qualities are, and then she knows exactly what to say to have it real. She doesn't flatter. She touches on the heart of the person so that they know that what she's saying is true or writing is true. And it is, you receive it and you feel her love through that note. So it's beautiful when she writes a note, if you're blessed to receive one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so one of the things that in preparing for this, you had sent me that Light Up the World video, and I was watching it, and it was just making me all emotional because the music was so beautiful and it's talking about service. And
we'll put that in the link below, a link to that video. The music is fantastic. And
yeah, and then they had a challenge on there to go to the 11th person on your phone in your contact list and send them a note about what you admire about them or something like that. And so I went to the 11th person in my contact list, and it was myself because I have two phones. And so I laughed, and I sent myself a little love note.
Oh, how wonderful.
So, I think sometimes too, it's not selfish to serve yourself and be kind to yourself. A lot of people think it's selfish, but it's really not, because we can't give to others from an empty cup. So we really do need to nurture our hearts and really tell ourselves what it is that we need to hear, and be our number one cheerleader for ourselves. And a lot of people have self-confidence and self-worth issues, or they just don't feel good about themselves. And maybe if you can just find something that you love about yourself and remind yourself of that, that can help you start to develop that relationship. But I do also feel like a great place to start is, anonymously serving others, and then in turn you will start to realize, wow, like I love myself, because you start seeing yourself in others and being more open to receive when others give you compliments and things like that.
I think that would be a great challenge the next time you pass a mirror, to stand in front of the mirror and to tell yourself what you appreciate about yourself. And that would be a great service that you could do to yourself, because like you said, when you feel confident and good about yourself, you have so much more to share with other people and to serve other people with. That Light the World initiative is something that my church does each year around the holiday season. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And if you go to the Light the World, let's see, I think it's, just if you search Light the World, they have so many ideas of service you can do. They even have vending machines that you can, in some of the larger cities, that you can go and put money in and buy, say, a soccer ball for people in third world countries for the kids to play with, or whatever. You can put it in and buy things for people. But they have lists of ideas for each day. They'll send you a text of something you can do each day. For instance, save a seat for somebody on the bus, or I don't know, together time with your family, do something with your family, or just little things to do. Also, something else I love, we wanted to keep this short because we know everybody's time is short this time of year, but we really think serving others is such an important thing, not only for this time of year, but all through the year. And this is something that I love and I do all through the year. World Vision is one place that does this. And I know, like I said, if you find one of those vending machines, they have some of these same things. And it might even be through World Vision that they do it. But World Vision, if you go to their website, or I have one of their catalogs, this one is a couple of years old, but I love looking at it. I have a number of them. I carried it in my store for a while. But you can buy things for people in third world countries through them. For instance, you can buy a family 5 ducks, which will provide them eggs for years. And they can eat those eggs, they can sell those eggs, and just some ducks, something we would take for granted in a country that's not a third world country, and that can lift them out of poverty. You can buy them a goat and 2 chickens for $110. Now, again, this is, I think, 2 years old. But what is so little? I mean, $110 is what? It's, a sushi dinner, whatever. For us, will give a struggling family a gift they will never forget. That will be a steady supply of protein to feed their children and transform their future. I mean, you can send girls to school for a year. You can buy wheelchairs for them. You can give health care. You can they have all kinds, over 100 different things you can buy if you go to the World Vision website.
So cool.
Yeah, so, what we did one year as a family, we all donated money and we decided what we wanted to buy. Teaching our children to serve is important as well. And so I know there's also so many ideas on the internet. Just search service ideas. In the past, I wanted to serve, but I'm limited with my abilities of what I can do because of some of my health issues. But if you just look online, you can find so many ideas of things that even I can do. Again, just smiling at somebody might brighten their day, and then they'll go smile at somebody else, which will brighten their day, and it expands and it grows.
One of our little family traditions that my husband and my kids do during the holiday season is we make a handmade gift. Like one year we painted rocks, we painted them and then we give them to random strangers. So we'll go to the grocery store or a gas station and we'll just go up to a random person and give them a gift.
That's so amazing.
It's fun.
I have had restaurants, people I don't even know, pay for us for dinner. We'll just go to pay our bill and our food will be paid for. We've done the same thing where we'll be in line this is in the past when I could eat it, fast food, but and we'll pay for the people behind us. So they get us there and, their food will be paid for. We've done things like help people put their groceries in their car. It's just that you can be so creative. We've bought flowers and taken them to nursing homes. We've done, there's just so many things you can do. If you think about it, get your family together and have a brainstorming idea and just take a day and go do service together. I wanted to keep this short today, and we are so thankful you joined us. Do you have any parting words, Rebecca?
I want to express my gratitude to all of the beautiful people out there in the world that have served me and touched my heart in some way. Even though maybe I haven't been the best at returning that or expressing my gratitude, maybe I missed that in some way. It hasn't gone unnoticed, and it really does make a difference in the world. So, sending everyone so much love and just wishing you all a happy holiday season, and hope that your heart is touched in some way and that you can feel that explosion of love and gratitude in your life. So thank you for allowing us to share our hearts with you and share this Thankful Thursday, and thank you for watching. And this is a way that we love to serve our community, is hopefully to inspire you.
Oh, I couldn't have said it any better. So I also want to wish you a very happy holiday season. Just thank you again for joining us. Have a blessed and happy holiday season.
Bye.